Half a day, everyone, and welcome to... This is Oceania, and here's Guam. Now let's go, shall we? The largest island in the Pacific region of Micronesia, Guam was first inhabited around 1500 BC by migrating tribes from the Philippines, Austronesian speakers who developed into the people group known today as the Chamorro. Their society was structured into a class or caste system, with the chiefs, naturally, at the top. Now, on Guam, as in the wider Mariana Islands region, the natives sculpted these megaliths you see here, and, thankfully, unlike most megalithic structures around the world, we actually know what they were for. You hear that, Stonehenge? The purpose of these latte stones was as support structures for houses to sit upon. Makes sense? The Chamorro sailed on boats like this, worshipped ancestor spirits, were not very fond of clothing, and the women practiced the custom of staining their teeth black, which was considered beautiful. What do you think, guys? Am I beautiful? Then, in the year 1521, the island was spotted by the Portuguese explorer Magellan as he led his fleet on the first circumnavigation of the earth. Then, in the year 1565, the island was claimed by Spain. Despite this, the Spanish mainly used the island to restock provisions and didn't actually make the decision to outright settle it until 100 years later. A Jesuit-led mission landed and, after being welcomed by this chief, immediately set about converting natives to Christianity and building schools and churches. But soon the natives became hostile to the newcomers and launched a number of attacks. This concerned the mission leader, who sent off a letter requesting more men. Further culture clash misunderstandings occurred, and what do you think? Yep! War happened. The Spanish leader was killed, and so a brutal campaign of vengeance ensued, and the Spaniards won, and Spanish-flavoured peace was restored. The island was rocked by a massive earthquake in 1849, but would be rocked in another sense 4 decades later, when the United States Navy took direct control of the island after defeating Spain in the Spanish-American War. The American capture of Guam lasted for exactly 1 day, and no one died. What happened was, the Spanish garrison saw the arriving cruiser, USS Charleston, and were like, "You win." The Americans were quick to capitalize on this territorial acquisition, correctly foreseeing its strategic importance in terms of its Pacific location. Infrastructure and health and sanitation facilities were improved, and English was taught in public schools. But in 1941, a day after Pearl Harbor, the outnumbered American forces on Guam were defeated by the invading Japanese, who took control. The Japanese subjected the native Chamorro people to forced labor and multiple other human rights abuses, including execution. Over 1,000 were killed, but some argue many more were slain. These women here show us that even though the world's on fire and everything's getting destroyed, you still have to do the laundry. Meanwhile, the United States had struck back hard against Japan, and thus we find ourselves at 1944's Battle of Guam, where US Marines stormed to victory and regained control of the island. In 1950, the Guam Organic Act made Guam an unincorporated territory of the United States, and its people gained citizenship, and in 1968, they acquired the right to vote for their own governor. Here is the first man elected governor and his mustache, but unfortunately his son, who also became governor, was clean-shaven. Anyway, today, Guam boasts a very high level of human development. It is home to major US military bases, but also is a popular tourist destination, especially for visitors from Japan and South Korea. But what awaits Guam in the years ahead? Comment below, but for now, bye-bye!